Sarah, it's a new year. Happy New Year. Do you have any resolutions? Girl, no. No, no, no. I don't have any New Year's resolutions. Typically, it would be lose weight. You're a fat ass, Sarah, so you have to lose weight. Or it would be make more money, Sarah. You are a broke motherfucker, so you have to make more money. That would be my New Year's resolutions in the past. But I was thinking, I never fulfill my New Year's resolutions because it's such a big feat that I feel like I could never achieve it. I could never accomplish it. But girl, what I can do is look back on how far I've come, okay, girl? Because it's January now, and then next month, obviously, it's February. Next month will be 3 years since I started this channel, LSD University. It's been 3 years next month. It's crazy how far I've come. I was thinking about, like, in the beginning of this channel, I'd say companies don't care about you. They don't give a fuck about you. If you get sick, okay, they're going to replace you within the next week. They do not care. I would always tell myself that, like, no, Sarah, it's going to be a new company. A better company is going to come up where they cherish you. They take care of you. They give you time off if you need it. But no, no, there will not be a company that will take care of its employees. I could be wrong though, dude. I mean, maybe there's just like 1 in a million that will actually care about its employees. But deep down, it was up to me to get myself out of that. To tell myself, Sarah, you keep saying that it's going to get better, but it's been like 3 years since you finished college and it's not any better. You're not any happier. You're not any more fulfilled like you thought you would. Because they say, like, when you finish college, girl, you'll be fine. You'll be set. You're going to have an extravagant life. I didn't feel extravagant, okay? I felt more depressed than extravagant. But I had to pull myself out of that victim mentality that, man, these companies don't care. But deep down, girl, me. It's me. I didn't care about me. I did not care about me, about my happiness, about... I didn't care about me. But it was me who chose to set my alarm for 6 a.m. so that I can get ready and get to the office by 8 a.m. It was me every single day, Monday through Friday. I'm the one setting my alarm clock. I'm the one who's like, hey, I'm here. Let's make this cash money. It was me. I blame these companies who don't care about me. I'm a number. And I know that. But I can't fix that. I cannot change the company and how they treat people, but I can change how I treat myself. Girl, 3 years ago, I jumped. I jumped. I'm so happy I jumped. There was a time when I was on the 7th floor of a new company I was in, and girl, it was like a nicer office. It was windows all around the cubicles. And I was looking outside of the 7th floor, beautiful view. And I asked myself, what happens if you just jump? Physically jump. Get the chair from your cubicle and break the shit out of the glass window. And jump. What would happen, Sarah? What would happen? And I thought, damn, girl, if you're already thinking about killing yourself, then maybe this isn't for you. And I said to myself, but it's not always greener on the other side. And to that, I said, it's got to be better than here. And it is. This is my grass is greener. I mean, the walls are green, so that's cool. But it's scary, girl. It's scary. But I mean, you just have to jump. Like, you have to jump. Like, I don't even know how else to express that. I'm so happy I jumped. I jumped. I mean, I keep saying I jumped, but even it kind of still hurts me, okay? So if I get like a little bit of like, oh no, teary-eyed Sarah coming through. When my mom, I love my mom, disclaimer. She did the best she could with what she knew at the time. Like my dad. They know what they know, and I cannot fault them for what they know. My mom was like, Sarah, you're not doing anything. And I had just finished my master's degree in business. And I was like, what do you mean I'm not doing anything? And at the time I had no job. Like I had quit my job, and I didn't know. I was like, that hurt me, because I was like, fuck, dude, instead of asking me like how are you doing? You just straight up say like, you're not doing anything. And I made myself another victim, okay? I was like, my mom doesn't believe in me. My dad doesn't believe in me. Oh my God. And girl, I made a video of me crying about that. Like, no one believes in me but me. Minus my Auntie Eli, girl. I love you, Auntie Eli, forever. But she's dead, okay? Auntie Eli is dead. And so no one will believe in me except me, right? Like that's what it is. Like, no one else will believe in me as much as I believe in me. And it's nice to do the New Year's resolutions to see what I can accomplish for this new 2025 year. But it's more important for me to look back on how far I've come. Oh, that feels good. That feels good to acknowledge how far I've come. And ultimately, where I've landed, where I'm landing now, where I am now, I've learned that I have to do what I do for me. Like, it can't be for anyone else. Like, I remember when I wanted to be an X-ray tech because it would make my parents happy. But it wasn't fulfilling. And then I wanted to work with old people because, girl, I love old people, mainly because I grew up with them. Like, old people raised me. So I have a comfort zone with them. And I wanted to make my own senior daycare center. But then I was looking at the logistics, girl, and there's so many rules. Like, there's so many rules. You have to get insurance. You have to get a lawyer in case one of your patients sue you. And I'm just like, bitch, like, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not trying to be so, what's the word for that, girl? It's just too much. Like, it's too much. Like, my base was to take care of old people, spend time with them. But then when all these rules, it removes the fun out of it. Girl, I remember when I was doing my exit interview for this healthcare company, one of the managers, she sat me down and was like, and she's really cool, okay? She sat me down and was like, Sarah, is everything okay? And this is when I had just told the HR that I wanted to jump off the 7th floor. So I'm assuming the HR called my manager at the time and was like, hey, yo, this girl's like cuckoo, like something's off. You got to talk to her, right? So my manager was like, Sarah, what's going on? Is everything okay? And I was like, Ariel, when I started this job, this healthcare job, I had a fun flag. My fun flag was waving. And after a year and a half of working for this company, my fun flag is no longer a fun flag. It's not even waving. It's dead. My fun flag is dead. Now, can you imagine if I were to live like that for the next 40 years and be like, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. There's going to be new management. If not, I'm going to be the manager one day and I'm going to make this place better. No. Why am I going to work so hard to make another company better when I don't even make time to make myself better? And this is where I'm happy where my channel has ended for now. Like in the now, like right now, is I've learned that I make videos almost like talking to myself. Like, obviously, like literally no one's in this room, okay? I'm literally talking to myself. But sometimes I need to talk to myself to keep me on track, to let me know that I'm doing okay. So no New Year's resolutions, but I definitely do look back to see how far I've come in this last year. And dude, I was looking through like my videos, girl, and there was a time this year, and it was just this year, and it felt so long ago, but just this year, I was filming at a park. I was reading my diary, and I wrote those diaries, okay, because I wanted it. I needed it. I needed to make sure that my thoughts were in order, that my thoughts are not going to offend anyone. They're not going to be distasteful. It's not going to sound privileged. But that's not fun. That's not fun to be safe. It's not fun keeping safe. Like, safe is where I was going. It's safe is where you go to school, you get good grades, you work a really good job that pays you mediocre, and that is safe. Everyone does that. Everyone has done that. But girl, that's not fun. I don't want fun. I don't want safe. Safe is boring. Like, I'm gonna die one day, dude. Like, I'm literally gonna die one day. And the most I can say, oh yeah, it was safe. I had a safe life. Like, bitch, like, can you imagine? I used to think like that. I used to think like that. Like, it's safe. I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm always gonna have a consistent paycheck. That's so safe. And it's perfect that I have no one to take care of. Like, girl, I don't have any kids, and thank God, because girl, like, I'm too selfish. I'm too selfish with myself. I love myself so much that there's no way I can take care of somebody else. This feels good. It feels good to think back on what I've done. And all I needed to do was revert myself back to a 5-year-old. Easy, right? Is it though? It wasn't easy for me in the beginning, okay, girl. But I told myself, okay, Sarah. Okay. Pretend, because not really pretend, because there's a kid inside of all of us. Like, that shit doesn't go away. Like, just because you're fucking 40 or 5 years old doesn't mean you're not a kid anymore. Like, you still are a kid in here. Okay. Your bones might not be kids, girl. They be creaking and popping. But I told myself, okay, Sarah, revert back to when you were in preschool. You're like 4 or 5 years old. What did you like doing? I liked reading books that I chose. I liked coloring. I love eating. Of course, eating is a necessity. So I did all that. I started from the beginning. I have no idea what I'm doing. No one in my family has a freaking YouTube channel. No one is creative. They are safe. That's what they like to do. They're safe, and that's cool. So I told myself, okay, Sarah, you're 5 years old. What do you like to do? And I did all that. So I started eating in my videos. I started writing in my videos. I did audiobooks in my videos because I like to read. And I'm like, I want to share what I read with other people. And through all that, I landed here, where I don't need a diary to write down my thoughts. I don't need a audiobook to get you interested. All of those interests that I have and I continue to have, I have to myself. But doing all that and eating and reading and audiobooks and coloring, I would color, girl, in my videos. It led me to here, to where I feel so comfortable talking to you on camera, right? I feel so comfortable now. But I would never have gotten there if I didn't jump. If I didn't tell myself, Sarah, bitch, you are dying. I mean, like, physically you're like fine, but like mentally you're dying. Like, the next bridge you see, I think you're gonna jump off of it. And I'm like, there has to be more, right? So I found the more, and I continue to find the more. And that's what I'm proud of this last year. Girl, even these last 3 years, starting next month, is is very grateful. I'm very grateful that I jumped. I'm very grateful that even though my parents were like, I still went with it. I still believed in myself. I channeled all the ones who were dead already, like my auntie Eli, like she's dead, Avi. But I channeled her. She believed in me so much, dude, that I was like, bitch, energy doesn't just go away. Energy is everywhere. So I found her energy, and some days I still use it. But then there's days when I don't need it because I have my own belief system in myself. It's crazy. So jump, dude. I'm so happy I jumped. And then Happy New Year.